Hi everyone. Today we will spend another session connecting astronomy and astrology. The images in the left side of the PowerPoint are taken from NASA's site and they do not require copyright. This is very important to understand that the planets and sun, which is actually a star, right? And they can be separated in a way by size and by distance. It is not possible to show the whole picture using one image because the image will be much larger to present in a PowerPoint. So if we look by size, then sun is definitely, it is a star, so it is much bigger, far bigger than the rest of the solar system. There are more planets after Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, but I'm not showing them here. And you can see that Jupiter and Saturn are, you can still see them, but the other planets, they are very small compared to Sun. Similarly, if we look by distance wise also, the interior planets, that is Mercury, Earth, Venus and Mars, are much closer to Sun compared to Jupiter and Saturn. Now we must remember that Sun is actually the middle point of our solar system, and it is the Sun's gravitational pull which has all these planets in this line orbiting around the Sun in their respective orbits. Now let's come to the right side of the PowerPoint, and here you can see I am trying to depict Venus, Earth and Saturn, and I have omitted all the other planets here. So Sun is in the middle of the solar system, Earth is right here, and when we look at Sun or Venus or Saturn, we are looking at them from this point. Whenever Venus, which can be considered a representation of the interior planets, whenever it comes in between Sun and Earth, it is undergoing what is called as inferior conjunction. And whenever Venus comes behind the Sun, so it is behind the Sun and not visible from Earth, we call this superior conjunction. Similarly, for planets which can be considered exterior because they are after Earth, so such as Saturn, whenever Saturn comes in this line with Earth between Sun and Saturn, this will not be a conjunction, right? Because we are looking from here when we prepare the chart, then we are looking at Sun in this direction and Saturn in this direction. But whenever Saturn would come here behind the Sun, this can be called superior conjunction. Now in astrology, we do not have superior or inferior conjunction, we just have conjunction. So what does this tell you about your understanding? First point is that when Saturn is on this side of Earth, it has also some pull, it is also a bigger planet, and this pull will be felt by Earth and some significations are happening. When Saturn is here, we may also call this combustion because of Sun being in the path, and therefore because Sun is much bigger than Saturn, the effect you actually feel is only of Sun. So that is why in astrology we say, oh now Saturn is combusted, oh now Venus is combusted. This differs a little bit for Venus because whenever Venus is here or here, in both the cases it falls in the line and therefore it is combusted in both the cases, right? So the only way that Venus effects can be felt when it is not combusted by Sun, which can only happen here or here. These are some major differences on how you should understand the signification. So for the astrologers that are trying to learn here, go back to your books and look at this very carefully, because in many charts we see that Sun is in Pisces and Saturn is in the opposite sign, and then we say there is some kind of Sun Saturn opposition going on, and it is clearly visible in this person's chart. But when Saturn is here, then Sun Saturn conjunction happens, and actually that should be considered more of an effect of Sun than of Saturn. This is how we can understand this whole topic, and I hope this helped you in many ways, and then next time you study your chart you have a little better celestial view of all these different planets and the star. And I highly recommend that you actually consider Sun as the god, because whatever comes in the sun's fire is combusted, and Sun is the one who is holding the whole solar system together. So give it the importance it actually deserves and see how your life changes. Bye. Hope you enjoyed it.